Hi, my name is Jas Kundra, and I'm the industry sales rep for Caterpillar Building Construction Products in Scandinavia and Netherlands, where I'm happy to say we've sold a bunch of these machines, the Cat Compact Wheel Loader. Since its introduction back in 2007, it's been an absolute revelation, where in a relatively short space of time, it's established itself as a true global market leader. The H2 range consists of three models. The low cab 906 H2 with a 0.9 cubic meter bucket capacity, great for rental fleets. The 907 H2, which has the same size cab, just sits a little higher and has a large operating capacity. And finally the 908 H2, which is the all-round performer, an absolute powerhouse. Again, has larger wheels, larger bucket. It's the optimum model out of the range. The 906 H2 is our most popular model. So let's go take a look at that machine, shall we? So let's start at the front end of a machine, the business end, where we have two hydraulic quick coupler options. Our most popular is the horizontal pin coupler, which has a common size and shape for the industry, fantastic for operators who have a mixed fleet of machines. This is optimized for the compact wheel loader because it has a zero offset. Pretty much means the work tool is closer to the loader, so you get more performance. Wherever possible, we engineer as much durability into it because this is the first part of the machine that hits the pile when you work with the machine. So for example, you can see the casting is huge, the greasing points are protected, and even the hydraulic locking pin cylinder is mounted independently of the outer housing. So if that takes a knock, it'll still function fine. Now the expectations of our customers have increased exponentially. They simply want to do more with one machine. And it's for that reason alone which we developed our second option, the skid steer loader style coupler. Now with this, you can suddenly use our wide range of Cat hydromechanical work tools, trenchers, augers, brooms, you name it. I'm not going to go through the list, but there's a lot. So now with one machine, an operator can do multiple tasks, and the number of applications that you can do, again, grows tenfold. So all year round, an operator can be snow plowing in winter, or it can be landscaping in the summer, or moving aggregate in spring. Great for revenue all year round. Now I'll be honest, I don't see this machine taking over the skid steer completely, but it definitely has a place in the market. For example, imagine an operator who wants to use a wheel saw, but wants to sit in a cab that's a little bit higher up, more spacious, more comfortable, and has clear visibility to the work site. Best of all, you can road this from job site to job site. Well, this machine allows you to do that, and it's because of that, it makes it the most versatile in our product lineup. Being able to couple hydromechanical work tools is one thing, but being able to use them effectively is quite another. And with the Cat Compact Wheel Loader, that's not an issue. Our standard auxiliary output is 83 litres per minute. So there's a whole range of work tools that you can use just from our standard flow. But for those customers that want something a little bit extra, a little bit more powerful, we have 125 litres per minute on our high flow option. So now you can use our PC210 coplaner on a compact wheel loader. That's simply unparalleled. One of the best features about the Cat Compact Wheel Loader has to be the optimized Z-bar linkage. Now traditionally with a Z-bar, you get great breakout forces, but usually at the expense of its tool carrying abilities. Not the case with the Cat. Not only have we maintained those breakout forces, with a quick coupler and a set of forks, it maintains true power lift up and down through the cycle. Even the 906 H2 can clear 3 meters with a set of forks. And the best part is, it does this simply because the metal is being cut this way. It's a very simple and solid loader. The geometry and the kinematics of the machine make sure that you will get the same performance out of this loader 10 years down from the day it came off the production line. In addition to the linkage, we have various options such as the return to dig work tool positioner. Now this allows for fast, accurate repositioning of the work tool. In addition, we also have ride control, which kind of acts like boom suspension. So imagine an operator who's traveling at speed with a fully loaded bucket, switch on the ride control, it pretty much gives them a lot more comfortable ride. And that brings you on nicely to the Powertrain. The Cat hydrostatic driveline has two speed options, a 20 kph and a 35 kph. Both come with heavy duty axles, but it's the 35 kph that comes with boosted braking system. Now you think about that for a moment. Manufacturers are always being pushed to make the machine to go faster, but arguably braking is more important. So with this system, when you brake, the machine will do exactly that, it will brake. We also have a smooth inching function by simply pressing the brake pedal slightly. What that does is take oil away from the driveline and makes it available for the loader end. Great for operators who do truck loading, for example, so they can creep slowly up to the truck and get the bucket up in the air as quickly as possible, ready for the next cycle. It also comes with a 100% diff lock option in both axles. Now what's unique about our solution versus some of the other solutions out there in the market is that we are able to actuate ours on the go, on the move, simply by pressing a joystick button on the joystick. Diff lock goes on, diff lock goes off. It's as simple as that. So imagine Mr. Operator there with a loaded bucket going up a high gradient, the wheel starts slipping, press the button, and away they go. The other solution out there, you have to stop to engage. So you can imagine the same operator going up that hill with a loaded bucket, wheel starts spinning, you stop, you engage. Now you have to have all that extra effort to get the machine up and over the hill. CAT system is significantly better. Now both axles are mounted directly onto the machine. That means it articulates and oscillates to a central point. And it's the way in which Caterpillar have developed this hitch area that gives it its best selling feature, its stability. In fact, I urge any customer thinking about buying a compact wheel loader, contact your CAT dealership, get a demo, try the machine out. You've got to sit in its dirt. It's an extremely stable machine. Every manufacturer boasts high breakout forces, so do we. But what's the point of having that if you tear that material out the pile and then the machine can't handle the weight? It's unstable. Well, this machine certainly can. In the dirt, it's an extremely stable machine. Now let's check out the operator cabin, shall we? Now when it comes to designing a machine of this size, there's generally two ways you can go about it. You can either spend a lot of time and resource developing the perfect compact wheel loader and then stick a work tool on the front, or you can do what Caterpillar did, put a work tool on the table and then design the perfect machine around it, and you'll get two very different machines with two very different characteristics. And that's why the visibility with a set of forks or even a bucket has been streamlined down the loader arm, through the coupler, to the work tool. Now work sites are becoming more and more complex, and health and safety plays a more stringent part day in, day out, which is why visibility all around is probably just as important. It's exactly why we've got low-level glazing on the machine, fully glazed windows, and even without the mirrors, you can quite easily see the rear corners of the machine. You ask any engineer, the worst part of designing a machine has to be the cab, and no two cabs are alike. Every customer has a different idea what constitutes the perfect cab. And it's for that reason alone that this machine was developed by three parties. First of all, you have Caterpillar. Secondly, we involved a lot of our dealers from all over the world, asked their opinion. But most importantly, we worked in partnership with the customers from all over the world. So this machine was designed by people not sitting behind a desk who read about a compact wheel loader, but designed by those individuals who actually drive and operate this machine. We put them in what was then a bare shell and said, what do you like? What don't you like? What annoys you? What do you want? And they were extremely forthright and very open. Pretty much sat there and said, why is that there? Who put that there? Keep that, I like this. And what you get with the next size like that is the market-leading cab, designed by a true voice of customer. And it's exactly what you have here today. Now I'll show you some of the features and items that these customers pointed out to us that make this by far the best cab on the market. See, once you're inside the cab, immediately everything makes sense. Again, designed by those individuals who actually own and operate this machine. For example, we have an intuitive control layout. We have our heater options together, our hydraulic control options together. Don't take that for granted. Something as simple as that. On the CAT machine, it was an absolute must for our customers. And we also have our transmission control upgrade. And that's great for when you're using hydromechanical work tools like a broom or a sweeper, for example. So if I'm an operator and I need to sweep a road for 30 minutes, I press the accelerator down and away I go to maintain high engine RPMs. But I want to keep the machine at a nice slow speed. So I dial down the speed of the machine. Now I have nice slow control movement. But even better, I have a manual hand throttle. I put that down and now all I need to do is steer. Again, a very popular choice for our customers. When it comes to the front console, we have a thick chunky steering wheel so that after hours of operation, your hand doesn't hurt. The adjustable steering as well, only the top moves, so at all times you have maximum leg room. We have a large storage, which is pretty interesting because the customer told us that he hated the fact that he had a small, tiny storage area in the far side of the cab. So every time he needs to get in and check and get stuff, he had to climb in, across to get in. Not a problem. With our large storage box, which is lockable, you can quite easily access it from outside the cab as well. Now, if you look at our basic cab, throw out all the options, and you look at some of the competitor cabs out there, get rid of all the additional options. Our basic cab itself has so many standard features such as rear screen demister, adjustable armrests, brings me onto the seat as well. Now the adjustable armrests are available on our standard seat, but for those customers that want something a little bit special, we have our deluxe seat. Now with this you get air suspension, heated back and base, lumbar support and headrest. So when you're working in sub-zero temperatures, that heated seat really comes in handy. And we also have a multi-function joystick. Okay, so does everybody else. But with ours, we specifically asked our customers, what do they want on there? What buttons do they need and in what arrangement? So with ours, our single lever, may I add, we have a forward, neutral and reverse. So we don't have to have a separate neutral button so your thumb doesn't disappear off looking for it. We can manipulate the travel speed in turtle and hare mode. We have proportional auxiliary hydraulics, so you can control the work tool in 2 ways and the speed. And as standard as well, we have constant flow, so you can lock that speed in the direction that you want. We've already talked about the diff lock, again also engageable on the move, all from one joystick. Now your CAT dealer can pretty much customize this cab any way you want. We have a whole bunch of options. But it's not just the options inside the cab, it's the way it's been put together that underlines quality in the CAT compact wheel loader. For example, we have thick rubber mats, solid plastics that will stand the test of time. You won't have any rattles, you won't have any little rivets coming out. It is a truly solid loader inside and out. But what about inside the console? So immediately you can see the quality that runs inside the console. Individually color-coded wiring, protective brace harnesses, modular design for an easy low-cost replacement, access front and back. It really shows quality throughout inside as well as out. And we also have electronic technician port as standard on the H2 series. So with this, your dealer can configure the machine to suit your needs. For example, if you find the forward neutral reverse modulation too harsh, they can configure that to make it a lot more smoother. As I've said, the CAT compact wheel loader has evolved significantly over others. So, moving to the rear of our machine, you can see our CAT 3.3B engine. And with any high stat, there are 2 things you need to do. Keep the oil cool, keep it clean. Now with regards to keeping it cool, we have a large cooler pack at the rear, which can easily be accessed through the side door for maintenance. With regards to keeping it clean, well, this is where CAT filters really come into play. And I assure you they are manufactured to a lot higher spec than you'll see in the most common parts out in the market today. Now with any machine, servicing is vital. And on the CAT compact wheel loader, we ensure that all your daily site checks are clearly visible, your daily checks are within arm's reach of each other, very easy to get to. And what's worth mentioning is that ourselves as a small machine division, we're able to leverage the same components that you'd find on the larger Caterpillar machines, such as braided harnesses here, protective wiring, high quality electrical connectors. Not many manufacturers can say they can do that. Your CAT dealer can customize this machine to suit a whole number of applications. We have screen guards, rear light guards, we even have a selection of tires, including a solid tire for waste and recycling, for example. If you find yourself working in a residential area, no problem, we have a low sound package. Pretty much, this machine can work anywhere. So that was a very basic overview, but doing a static walk around does not do this machine justice. You have to see in the dirt. It's a phenomenal loader to work with. The CAT compact wheel loaders, especially the 906, which is my personal favorite, really has become the benchmark for this type of machinery. It's still every bit a true loader, but with a range of options, it allows the customer to do so much more from one machine. Its power, its performance, its range of options makes this the most popular choice for customers today. There are so many manufacturers out there that build loaders. This is the one to beat. So for more information on these loaders, contact your CAT dealer. Thanks for listening.